All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Josh, my business partner, and I, as well as our agency, has worked on many different funnels over the past year or two, well over 70 at this current point as of December 17th, 2025. And we've written a lot of VSLs as well for our clients, so I kind of wanted to go over this document for you guys because I've been asked so many times, Josh, how do I write a proper VSL? So I'm going to tell you exactly in this document here how I would write a VSL in 2025. Just a simple framework that you can use potentially for you or your clients. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So here is the Infinia's simple VSL framework, the one that we created. So you can create a high converting VSL sales letter that actually sells. So here's why most VSLs actually fail in the first place. Well, most marketers actually overcomplicate their VSLs with templates and obviously or overly AI scripts and loads of unnecessary bullshit that bores viewers to death. In reality, there's a simple flow that works every single time and is very easy to replicate. This framework will help you create VSLs that grab attention, build trust, and compel action, and all in one video. So without further ado, let's get into it. There's going to be 9 steps in this framework. The first step is the hook, which is what you can actually help them with. So you're going to start with the outcome. Tell them exactly what you can do for them in the first 10 seconds. I'm sure you've seen through organic content, especially through Reels or through TikToks, you have to hook the viewer in the first 3 seconds. This is very similar. Now, of course, with a VSL, it's naturally a longer video, like a YouTube video, for example. So you need to hook them in the first 3 seconds only. You can extend it to 7 to 10 seconds, but if you can't really hold them after the first 10 seconds, 12 seconds, maybe I would say, then you did a pretty shit job, but you should probably fix it up. Here's an example. So you could say, hey, I'm Name. I help target audience achieve specific result, maybe in said time frame. If you're looking to solve problem, you are in the right place. So for example, I would say, hey, I'm Josh. I help high ticket service-based business owners get to 100K months. If you're looking to break past your annoying revenue plateau, you're in the right place. The key principle here is to get straight to the point. Do not sugarcoat anything. Have no fluff, no bullshit. Just get right to the point, be on point, be straight, be direct. If the audience does not resonate with the first 3 to 7 seconds, good luck even keeping them on the funnel in the first place and seeing through all the other stuff that you have to offer in the funnel. Number 2 is credibility, what you can actually help them with. You have to build trust by demonstrating expertise, but you have to keep it relevant. That's what's most important. You have to include years of experience and key milestones if you have those, concrete, believable numbers, and generic case studies. For instance, listing out of this world case study sometimes works against your favor because they lack believability. But if you kind of spice in some things that prove your competency but aren't like over the top, they might just actually work in your favor. So if you have, for example, 1 case study that's really, really good, or maybe 2, you could also include a third one that's like okay and proves you know exactly what you're doing, but it's not like super shot out of the dark. It's not hyperbolizing your workload to make it so unbelievable, because the whole point is to gain trust. And if you can actually showcase that you're not perfect, it's actually going to work in your favor here. And then also relevant achievements. You have to skip the irrelevant backstory. No one gives a shit about that. Like if you have on the funnel somewhere, you were 18 when you dropped out of college and went to pursue this business, and now you teach others to do the same. No one cares. And the same thing is for the VSL. No one wants to hear how at 18 you hated working a minimum wage job, which is why you got into marketing. You are 42 now, right? I'm just saying this as an example, but you're 42. No one cares about when you were 18. They want to hear about right now and what you can do for them right now. For example, I've been a digital marketer for 12 plus years and spent over however many dollars on paid advertising. I've helped clients generate X dollars in revenue using these exact strategies. Avoid boring them where you grew up or unrelated personal details as stated previously. Number 3 is the opportunity. You have to sell the big picture. Expand beyond your offer. Sell them on why this industry, skill, or solution matters at this very moment. Urgency is critical. If it is not seen as urgent for them to actually pick up your offer or work with you, they are just not going to do it. So here's how you do this. Explain the massive value of the opportunity that you have to offer. Compare your solution to alternatives. For example, why your marriage coaching is a better alternative to traditional couples therapy. For example, couples therapy, you spend probably a lot more money. They probably favor the wife. It takes a lot longer to complete. You might not even gain the help because the actual success rate for men is very low. So state those things in the VSL if that makes sense. And then also use current trends and data to support your points. For example, digital marketing skills are the most valuable asset you can have in 2024. Companies are spending billions and demand for experts is at an all-time high. Here's why mastering the skill can transform your business. You have to make them see what they're missing if they don't take action, and see where they could be versus where they are right now, and have them visualize in their mind essentially the jump that it takes to get from point A to point B and make it memorable and have them almost dream of the state of what it would be like to be at the dream result and get out of the current place that they're in. And the only way to do that, of course, is actually working with you and making that investment. Number 4 is the offer. Present your solution. Be transparent. Tell them the price up front and explain exactly what they get, what to include. Clear pricing. Do not hide the number. Hiding the number means you are unconfident in the price justification of your offer. If you don't believe your offer is what it is worth, well, sell it cheaper. You have to be very transparent about your offer. You look at every single service, store, anything, besides all this digital online space stuff, everyone lists their price and they're very confident and convicted in their price, especially in Western countries and also in Europe as well, right? I'm from the US. So if I go to a store, if I go to a Gucci or Louis Vuitton store, right? Or if I want to get my car repaired, right? The person is not going to wait until after I purchase it to tell me how much I just spent money on. Or they're not going to wait till after I look around and buy a bunch of bags without knowing the price. Do I buy it? Like, they list the price everywhere, right? They have the price of the bags. They have, if it's a car mechanic service that I just mentioned, right? They have probably a term and a list of different pricings based off of what actually needs to be fixed. And they'll tell me the price before I actually need to decide if I want to get it fixed or not because of the price. So the same thing should be for this, right? You have to tell them exactly what you have to offer, make it valuable to them, make them really understand that this is very crucial to them to get to their dream outcome or their dream state working with you, and then follow up with the price. Or vice versa, you can say the price first and then justify that. But the whole point is to actually just list the price, because if you don't do that, well, you're kind of being a dickhead and you're not confident in what you have to offer, so I highly don't recommend doing that. Case in point, you also want a complete breakdown of I keep saying also, you want a complete breakdown of what's included and tangible deliverables that they will receive working with you and investing in this offer. You want to avoid fake value stacking. Do not inflate prices just to slash them down. That's a very old marketing tactic. It does not really work anymore with a very sophisticated market and a very mature market like what's happening right now and all of these funnels that you're seeing. I just said that. And also vague descriptions, be crystal clear always. For example, my program costs $5K. Here's what you get, right? You're saying the price and you're justifying that price with 7 weeks of live training with 3 to 5 hours each of the weeks or each of the trainings, worksheets, downloads, SOPs, access to all future classes, private community with direct access to me, right? The key principle here is to be transparent, because transparency builds trust and filters out unqualified leads. Just make sure to justify the price with what people are getting working with you. Number 5 is objections. Answer questions before they even ask them. Address common concerns very proactively. Okay? This shows you understand their hesitations. This will also dramatically increase the likelihood of prospects both showing up on call and showing up on the call ready to go and ready to invest. Common objections to handle, and this depends highly on the offer and the market, but these are just a couple. Why does it cost so much? Are there payment plans? How long until I see results? What if it doesn't work for me? And more niche answers, obviously depending on the niche. For example, you might be wondering, why 5,000? Let me break down the value. And yes, we offer payment plans or not. So you have to clarify why you don't do that. For example, if you don't offer payment plans, you have to justify you don't want your clients going into debt. You want very qualified people in this anyways. If they're not qualified, you don't even want them spending money with you. Okay, so you have to justify why you don't have payment plans or why you do. Even if you have buy now, pay later options, like a firm, like with fan bases or whatnot, for example, you can still get paid in full, but you could still, use it in your favor to say, we don't even do that. We don't even do that at all. Right? You have to pay in full. If you don't pay in full, if you don't trust yourself to invest this amount of money, you're not ready to invest this amount of money at once, holy shit, I'm stuttering, then you shouldn't work with us. And be transparent about that. Most students see results within 30 to 60 days if they implement what we teach. The goal is to remove friction from the buying process before it even appears. Number 6 is qualification, who it's for and who it is not for. Filter your audience. This attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. You'll still get semi-qualified leads if you filter the audience, but if you do not filter the audience, you will get no qualified leads whatsoever. Be specific about who will get the most value, for example, the ideal client traits of your ICP, who should not buy from you. Do not try to grab money everywhere you see fit, like I just explained, because that comes with many different problems that you can't even solve for the client. So start niche down based off of that ICP and then expand after. For example, This is for action takers who are serious about investing in their growth. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or unwilling to put in the work, this is not for you. Why this matters? Better leads equals higher conversions, happier clients, more money with better clients, obviously, and then less headaches too. 7 is call to action. Tell them exactly what to do next. Make it crystal clear. Do not assume they will figure it out. You need to walk the prospect by the hand. Drag them by the hand and tell them exactly what to do, because they are probably a retard. So just pretend they're retarded and just tell them exactly what to do. For example, ready to transform your business? Click the link below to apply now. Now you probably have a huge link and apply now button below, but make it obvious. Tell them exactly what to do. Keep it simple, direct, compelling, and blatantly obvious. Number 8, proof. Show real results. Include authentic testimonials that are actually believable and relatable. As I said, a couple of different numbers back. Right? You don't want to overinflate the believability. Even if you have crazy case studies, sprinkle in ones that make you look just above average, but not like out of this world, if that makes sense. Best practices. Use actual screenshots, messages, emails, reviews, include names and photos when possible. Highlight specific results or transformations. Keep it raw and authentic. Do not over-polish this whatsoever. The goal is to be authentic. For example, here's what our students are saying, and then just show the screenshot of a student telling you exactly how they feel about your offer, whether it be iMessage, WhatsApp, maybe it's a DM or something, right? Screenshot that and post that. That's good proof. The goal is to demonstrate that others have succeeded with your offer and that new prospects coming in can probably do the same exact thing if they actually listen to you. Number 9 is the final reassurance. Address the remaining skepticism, because while there probably is a lot remaining, a bunch of questions and concerns pop up in the sales process all the time, so make sure to reassure this final push. Give one last push for those on the fence. What to include: a refund policy if you have that, if you have the ability to do that, the recap of the key benefits, and the final call to action. For example, we stand behind this 100%. If you are not satisfied within 30 days, you get a full refund, no risk. Click below to get started and transform your future. The goal is to eliminate any last-minute doubts in the trust in you or in your process or in your program. And if you can do that with a good risk reversal guarantee, doesn't have to be money back. It could be, for example, we work with you for free until you hit this goal, whatever it may be, but I'm sure you get the point. The critical VSL optimization tips. Length obviously matters, but it's highly dependent on your audience. As I stated previously, you need to deeply understand your ICP at a level they think you're reading your mind. You're reading their mind, sorry. For affluent, action-taking audiences, right, the length could be 2 to 10 minutes, heavily leaning in probably like the 2, 3 to 5 minute range. And they value time and they make fast decisions. They just want to spend money. They want to get the results. They don't care about the whole process or the whole program. They understand, they trust you, they see what's going on, and they're ready to go. Or the less affluent and analytical audiences, right? The guys who are a lot more skeptical. Length could be 15 to 30 minutes, maybe even more. I've seen VSLs like this go on for 50 minutes even. I've yet to see a 60-minute VSL, but I've seen like 50-minute ones. But I would say like 15 to 20 minutes is a good range for skeptical audiences, but audiences that are a lot warmer and ready to go and are a lot more affluent, then 5 to 10 minutes is usually good enough. And the rule for this is tailor the length to your audience's financial status and decision-making style, as I said. And always, 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 hammering this in again, always disclose the price up front. It builds trust and credibility. It filters out unqualified leads and aligns expectations from the start. Next, be you. This should be obvious, but cater the VSL copywriting, or if you're not reading word for word and you're actually winging the VSL, like you're just looking at the camera and speaking the way that you would speak normally, which is in an ideal world what would happen, to the way you speak. Make sure your tonality, framing, and speech patterns are congruent with how you normally talk, if not even a little bit more exaggerated to accentuate and emphasize key points. Do not hide prices thinking they'll get you more leads. The goal is quality over quantity. And also track these metrics for your VSL, okay? Firstly, most importantly, is the play rates. The percent of viewers who actually click play based off of the people who landed on the funnel in the first place. Improve this with compelling thumbnails. Or besides compelling thumbnails, you could do autoplay ones like Wistia or Vimeo has. I prefer to use Wistia, just like how it works better. And to me, the analytics are a little bit better, but it's just me. But you can do autoplay feature on Wistia, I believe Vimeo as well. And it's really good to kind of emphasize and grab people's attention and make them want to watch more, if that makes sense. Number 2 is engagement rate. How much viewers watch the video on average, identify all the drop-off points, you can see this through Wistia as I said, and adjust the content accordingly if you have time. Number 3 is the conversion rate, the percent of people who actually desired to take action. The ultimate measure of the VSL effectiveness is the conversion rate, of course. People who saw all the way through the VSL and then clicked off and clicked the link, that is the most important metric. And if you can track that, perfect. Tool recommendation, again, use Wistia for detailed video analytics. You can also toggle on autoplay with Wistia, as I said again, like 3 times, which tends to increase the click rate. And last but not least, this is the VSL success formula. I want you to remember these 5 key principles. Number 1, be direct. Tell them how you can help them immediately and create urgency. Number 2, build trust. Prove you are the right person for the job. Your program is right to help this person. 3, be extremely transparent. Show pricing and offer details very upfront. Explain why and justify why the details are the way that they are. The pricing is the way it is. And also include, if you have a bunch of objections from past clients or maybe you have low reviews, talk about those in the VSL and especially the funnel as well, which I'll do in a different video, about why your ratings are the way they are, right? And explain that thing. Be very transparent about your entire process, about the people that you've worked with. That is going to build a lot more conviction in your ability, and it's going to make people trust you that much more. Number 4, handle objections. Address concerns before they even arise. You can do this through many different methods, but you're going to get a lot of questions popping up in the sales process through your funnel if it's a high-ticket funnel, if you're getting a lot of clients, especially from cold traffic. So make sure that you address all of these questions very appropriately from your audience, because if you're not doing that, they're not going to feel seen and heard. Obviously makes sense. Number 5, qualify your audience. Attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Qualification is extremely important for high ticket because you or your team don't have time to hop on calls with so many different people who don't know how much your offer is and aren't ready or willing to spend money. So please, please, please qualify. At the very least, if you don't want to do some kind of type form, application questionnaire, whatever you don't want to do, at the very least, just make sure the VSL and also the funnel consistently hammers in on the fact that you charge this amount or you only work with these kinds of people. So if you're ready to create your high converting VSL for your offer, this framework has generated millions for our clients and sales across dozens of industries. And this is only one of the SOPs we have for the VSL. We have a huge one that goes into the exact steps you should do for the VSL as well. The key is following the flow, staying authentic, and delivering real value. So now it is your turn, okay? Apply this framework, very superficial, but hopefully very helpful, to your business and watch your conversions hopefully soar. If you want more resources, follow my Instagram at Josh S. Klein. The link is here, and I'll link it also below. Subscribe to my YouTube, which you should be seeing this on right now. Please and thank you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know below. DM me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help answer. Comment any other videos you want to see below or any other resources you would like to see. I'll be happy to make videos about those. All right, that's all for now. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.